Hello and welcome to highlights of the second round of the American GT3 Championship Laguna Seca. Islam on pole, and it's lights out and away we go to the start of the race. It's Islam on pole, it's got a good start. Alongside him is Jason Russell in P2, Ryan Smith in, slips around the outside into P2, taking it around the outside, going into turn 1. There's a little kerfuffle going on into the back of the grid right there, but going around turn 1 is Islam, who's held off the lead. It appears to be Ryan Smith. Oh no, Jason Russell's got back up into P2, followed by Ryan Smith in the V10 Audi, who's in P3. Behind him is Tony Dunn in the new V8 Mercedes, going into turn 4, approaching. Oh, and there's been an accident at the back of the field. Around the back of the field, that appears to be the Mercedes, I believe. And there's two of the brothers scuffling there. So Ryan, who got a fantastic start, scuffling along with his brother Chris. This is an onboard here with Foster and the Ginetta. You see, oh yeah, the Audi and Mercedes come together, and then the BMW has to slam on the brakes to avoid the BMW, which goes hopelessly into the side of the Mercedes. Back at the front of the race now, we have Islam going up the hill towards the corkscrew, leading Jason Russell in the sister M3. Into the corkscrew, braking very hard. Left, right, down 6 stories there. It's a very big drop. When you look at the bottom of the hill going up to climb up, and now this is at the back of the field. Now this is Dave Hager and Andy Brooks fighting over what would be P5 now, I believe. Actually, it's mid-grid, not the back of the grid. I do apologise. It is Aston Martin and the second Ginetta fighting for this position. 10 points available. It's only the start of the race. There's still a long way to go. 33 laps. Going down the hill out of the corkscrew into the last sector now. It appears the Aston Martin does have the track advantage at the moment, but Andy Brooks and the little feisty Ginetta isn't willing to give up. He's like a little gnat all over the back of the Aston Martin. But the Aston Martin with its V12 engine will pull away on the straights. The Ginetta has a V8 shoehorned out of a Corvette into it, and it just can't keep up on the straights. But going into the braking zone, it's a little bit more direct on the front end. Going around turn 1, approaching into turn 2. The Ginetta all over the back of the Aston Martin, but can't make that crucial pass. I think the Ginetta at this point is a little bit quicker, even though it's kicking its tail out. You can really tell Andy Brooks is trying very hard indeed. Approaching turn 6, I believe, and the Ginetta is all over it, just trying to get that little bit of extra speed to pull alongside him. But the Aston Martin has got a very strong engine. It's turn 7, up the hill now. It appears the Ginetta's made a little bit of a mistake. Yeah, he's lost time on the Aston Martin going up into the corkscrew. Left, right, down the hill. Bottom of the car bottoms out on the circuit. The chassis slams against the tarmac, the floor of the car rather. Going into the right-hander, quite a lot of banking, so you can take more speed than you think. But the last corner is very hard to get right. Got to brake real hard. Slowest corner on the circuit, apart from turn 1. Going across the line again, but going into turn 1, it does appear that Dave Hager has gone a little bit wide and has allowed Andy Brooks and the Ginetta to catch up a little bit. He's all over him. Going into turn 3, yes, he's down the inside and he's got him. So the Ginetta has made the move. Andy Brooks has moved into P5, but can he stay ahead? Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. And he's contact, and Andy Brooks is off. Brooks is off in the second Ginetta. Let's have a look at that again from on board with Hager. So you can see the Ginetta move through. And as they go into turn 4, there's a little nudge there, and you can just see it pit manoeuvred the Ginetta off the circuit. What's this? We have a car number 14 under investigation for a jump starts like this now. The Audi does start to move. Remember now, yeah, the lights do go out, so they're definitely there. I believe the reason Ryan Smith was in the position he was in was probably because he got a jump start there as the steward's looking at it. This is Damo Roberts, who got involved in the first lap incident, and he's gone off. He's gone off. It got a bit too wide on the curve, and he's spun out. That has allowed Hager, who was in P6, moved up to P5 with his altercation with Andy Brooks, and is now in P4. This is Yeah, there's confirmation. There's confirmation right there. There is a 10-second time penalty on its way to Ryan Smith for his jump start violation. He's now chasing down his brother in the race, the number 11 Porsche 911. He's all over the back of him, and he's run wide. So that's meant Ryan Smith does move into P6, I believe. After his first lap qualification with we've got here, it does appear Damo has caught back up to the back of Dave Hagger, and going up the hill now, the Aston Martin ahead, the more powerful car, but the Damon Roberts in the BMW doesn't mess around. He took the last win in Sonoma. He is currently leading the championship. He cannot afford to fanny around. He needs to extend his lead, and he goes around the outside of the Aston Martin at the corkscrew. What a fantastic move that is, what a brilliant move. And he's ahead. Oh, Damo, what are you doing, man? God, you had you don't make things easy for yourself, do you? You had the lead over him and you've thrown it away. Dear me. Oh, we've got a gaggle of cars here, a complete gaggle of cars. This is the 14 and number 11, the Smith brothers battle. Going into the last sector, it does appear the leaders are coming through to lap them. They, in fairness, the Audi and the Porsche have made their pit stop, whereas the cars behind haven't. So that's why they're coming up to lap them so early on in the race. But anyway, the Porsche is the car to lap first, and I do think that he should really be getting out of the way round about now, going into turn 1, and he does. He's pulled out the way of the leading BMW M3, the sister M3 of Russell behind him, fighting for the lead. It's an old BMW fight for the lead at the moment, and yeah, the Porsche gets a little bit out of shape there and goes off circuit, and that easily lets Russell past. Going into Islam had to fight his way past the Audi then, I think, looking at that. But yeah, the order is reinstated, and it's the two BMWs at the front of the field fighting it out once again. This is bit of a lock up then going into the corkscrew. There's anywhere on this circuit you don't want to lock up going into the corkscrew. You don't want to run wide and face that 6-story drop over the gravel. Going to the last sector now. The Audi getting a little bit out of shape, looking a little bit more leery than it usually does. Whereas perhaps coming under a little bit of pressure from the car behind, as he's gone wide again, but so's the Porsche. So I don't know whether it's dirty air from the car ahead or the pressure from the car behind. But this is that wasn't that normal. But the Ginetta that is P3 from all the start line incidents is now moving his way through that same traffic that the two BMWs ahead managed to make their way through. Coming up to turn 6. Got past the Porsche, needs to get past the Audi now, and then what a challenge for the leaders, because otherwise BMW are going to walk away with the 1-2 here, and then they'd claim the constructors could get a good lead in the Constructors' Championship. It does appear that the Audi has run wide on the XD, has it? Yes, and that's given an opportunity for the Porsche to come through. So all that work earlier passing the Porsche has not paid off, because he's run wide and he's let the position go. Yeah, Chris Smith did exactly what he needed to do then. He had to follow the Ginetta through and get his brother. That is a good move there. A little bit of driving. But it doesn't look like Ryan's going to let that go. He looks like he's going to go back on the attack of his brother again, and he's got a better exit, it does seem. The Audi is close to the Porsche. Going across the start-finish line, going down the hill into turn 1. Who's going to break the latest? Little switch then from Ryan. Pulls out the slipstream, goes down the inside, and that is textbook if he can make it stick. Yes, he can. Yeah, that's a good move there. He's done the same move twice in over long races at the moment. And this is Andy Brooks again, have recovered from his incident early on the grass. He spun it on the grass. Just got a little bit too wide, a little bit out of shape, and it swapped ends on the grass. The dry dead grass not providing any grip. And it just we've got our first pit stop of the race of the leaders. That is Foster in the Ginetta as Damon Roberts does go by. Later on in the following lap, Islam pulled into the pits to make his one and only pit stop, mandatory pit stop in this race, and Jason Russell did not. He continued for another extra lap. opting to go for a different strategy, but it was just over beyond half race distance, and he's run wide on the exit of turn 1. That lap needs to be a good one in order to put himself into contention for the lead. This is a gaggle of this is the Smith brothers in the respective number 11 Porsche and number 14 Audi, and Hager in the Jason's pulled into the pits, and I don't think that lap would have been good enough because Islam is right on his case. We're going across the start-finish line. I do believe he's already gone past as Russell comes out the pits. Yeah, confirmation that Islam is back in the lead. Russell emerges back in P2. Very slow, tight exit on pit lane. We've got to be very careful we don't run wide onto the dry grass. And this battle just never stops. Never stops. The Smith brothers have not stopped fighting since the race started. Going into turn 3, into turn 4. The Audi losing a bit of grip in the dirty air, but can he make a move going up into turn 5? Yes, the Porsche runs wide and he slips it down the inside. Lovely move there. I've lost count the number of times that Ryan has had to overtake Chris, but he's certainly doing a good job of it. But he's not doing a very good job of that corner. That must be the 3rd time he's gone off there during this race. And not only has he lost 1 position, but he's lost 2 positions to Dave Hager in the Aston Martin. Going into the corkscrew. 1, 2, 3 cars, all within close proximity, all fighting for P5, I believe. P6, sorry. Last sector. Going into the very tight left-hander. Ryan tries to move on the inside, but it's not going to work. And they've come together on the corner exit. Looks like Aston Martin got a bit of wheel spin, and they came together. Not much in the way of damage, I don't believe. But approaching into turn 1, the Aston Martin's gone wide. That allows the Audi to take. Coming very close on corner exit, but the Audi just got the position there and shuts the door into turn 3 and the Aston Martin. Turn 4, very fast corner. The Aston Martin's all over the back of him. Gets a wheel just outside on the dry grass, but going into turn 4, 5. What's going to happen? The Aston Martin tries it down the inside, but just doesn't have the grip as the Audi climbs up the hill slightly ahead of him into turn 6, and there's contact there, and the Audi's gone into the wall. Oh, that was a hefty hit, and you can see a wheel's gone off there. A wheel has come off the car. This is on board with Dave Hager. Yep, that is contact there. The Audi punted off the circuit and retired from the race, unless we've got thing going again down to level 3. This is an onboard now with Foster chasing down Russell for P2. He has really closed the gap in the last few laps. Really driving angry in the Ginetta. On lighter fuel now, it's performing far better than it was earlier in the race. Turn 4, take a bit of curve, running wide on exit, slight bit of oversteer then, but you can tell he's really pushing hard to get that PT. He really wants that silverware. Inside, the corner, ducking down low, bit of a curve. Not what you want to do. Ideally, you want to stay on the tarmac. Stay now. Just a bit wide then onto the grass. Braking hard into the corkscrew. Dropping down. Oh, yeah, hits the bottom of the track. Dropping down into the last sector. Approaching the banked right-hander. Russell's run wide again. He's really been a bit sloppy this lap. Going into the very tight left-hander. Very hard to get traction out of that corner. Going up to the line now. He's noticeably close and he's ready to... Approaching into turn 1. Sorry for any technical problems here. The Ginetta is very closer than he has been all race. All over the back of Jason Russell. We do apologise for the slight interlude then here at Laguna Seca. Going into turn 4 now. It is all over the back riding on board. Some great pictures here at the back of the second place M3 into turn 5. Down the inside. Can't see him. Into turn 6. He's taken the P2. He's run slightly wide though. Can he keep it up into the corkscrew? He's got 2 wheels on the grass. Owen's got through. Who's going to brake latest? Jason's got the inside line, but Foster is not going to let it go. He outbrakes the M3, takes the inside line, gets a bit of air off the inside of the corkscrew, going in down the hill now. Round the outside, he's lost the position, but I'm sure he's going to get it back somehow. He's very determined to get that silverware. We're all over the back of the second place M3 now. He's not mucking around into the last corner. He's got the slightly wider line as Russell goes defensive. Gets slightly better traction. You can see the genetic limits slightly alongside him with the Corvette V8 engine against the straight 6 in the M3. Going to turn 1, he's closer than he's been all race. He goes to the inside, and that's lovely. You can see the brakes glowing there, and he's a nice textbook manoeuvre to get him up into P2. Great move. Going into turn 3. Jason's not giving up though. He's all over the back of the Ginetta. Turn 4. Oh, he gets on the grass. He's driving a little bit ragged like he was earlier. But I do believe that is the conclusion of that battle. This is the last lap of the race, of course, so this means that this is our race leader, Islam. We've barely seen him all race, but he's been leading all lap, bar a couple, and he goes across the line to take a well-deserved win, fastest car out there on circuit, and this is our podium battle as Foster leads Russell over the line in our last lap tussle for whoever gets that second step alongside him and those valuable 18 points. So here are your finishing podium positions. It's been a great evening here at Laguna Seca. I'll see you again for the following race at Road America. Good night.